Welcome, I'm Jasmine Lai and I'm a realtor in Calgary. Today I'm going to start by sharing some interesting perspectives on the Calgary real estate market, and then I'll break down what the stats mean for you in this market update for November 2021. All in all, housing demand continues to exceed expectations due to the confidence in Calgary's future economic growth. One thing that's providing a sense of urgency for buyers are the low mortgage rates. But it's not predicted to last. With bond yields rising, that's a leading indicator for mortgage rates to rise, and several lenders have already adjusted their fixed rates up earlier this month. Calgary ended Q3 with a bang, showing the strongest third quarter since 2014. The recent boost in the local housing market played a major role in our economic recovery. Even with the recent boom, Calgary shows little signs of overheating, with CMHC using 4 metrics to determine risk. That's overheating, and they have that at low, price acceleration at low, overvaluation also low, and excess inventories is at moderate. Now for investors, the high demand in housing has made many property owners a lot of money, but this is creating a higher barrier and cost for first-time real estate investors. So what can you do? You can buy in a smaller market such as a city like Calgary. And everyone has heard about lumber prices skyrocketing this year. And at the peak in May, softwood was 3 times the pre-pandemic prices. This is largely due to the supply chain and production issues and increasing demand for new building and renovations. This also drove up prices of other construction materials as well. Lumber and other material costs have come down since May and is projected to return to more stable levels. Alright, let's get into the stats, but right before I do, we love saving money, and I'm sure that you do too. Our team can offer our realtor cell phone plan, which is $50 unlimited use, including data. Want to know more? Click our contact us link below and type in $50 phone plan in the message and we'll send you the info. Alright, let's talk about sales. We had 2,186 sales in October. That's an all-time record high for the month, even beating out 2014. And it was over 35% higher than the longer-term averages, and year-to-date sales are on pace to hit a new record high as well. The strong sales we saw last month further eased inventory levels. For detached homes, we saw the strongest sales growth in the northeast and east quadrants at about 1,300 sales because of the very affordable homes there. Overall, detached homes grew 17% when compared to the same time last year. Semi-detached had sales improve in every district, averaging about 25% growth, and we're seeing more than 10% year-to-date price gains. For row housing, sales remain relatively strong at 25% increase from last October. Finally, apartments saw strong sales relative to last year's levels and when compared to long-term trends. In fact, half of the apartment sales occurred in the city center district. Now take a look at this table. For each price range, we mostly saw growth except for in the 900 to 950K and 1 million to 1.3 million ranges. Some of the luxury price ranges had significant gains, like 113% in the 950K and just under $1 million. That is truly amazing. If you're enjoying this video, please consider liking it so that the algorithm can show it to others like you that could benefit from our team's Calgary Real Estate News. Let's analyze inventory. New listings have improved relative to last year, and stronger sales have caused a further easing in the total inventory at the lower levels at 16% less than last year and rivaling inventory levels from 2014. Supply has struggled to keep pace with demand. Throughout October, we saw inventory reduced by 800 homes, and we are now at about 4,800 homes on the market today. Each property type performed differently when compared to last October. Detached homes were down by 24%, as well as semi-detached at 24%. Row townhouses were down in inventory levels of 10%, and apartments saw a 4% decrease. How are prices trending? In the detached market, there's a further tightening, putting upward pressure on home prices. Prices reached a benchmark of $540,900, which is 1% higher than last month and over 10% higher than last year. The highest growth was seen in the north and southeast districts at over 11%. The semi-detached benchmark price rose to $427,800, which is 9% higher than last year's levels. Again, the north and southeast districts had the highest year-to-date gain of more than 10%. For row townhomes, benchmark price was at $300,300, but prices have not recovered from previous highs, although they did trend up in October. The largest gains were seen in the northeast and east districts. For apartments, benchmark price came in at $252,200, which was 3% lower than last last year's level and trended down from last month. This is because the declines in the city center prices offset the gains in other parts of the city. The supply challenges in other property types are not existent in this sector. If you want to receive our monthly market update newsletter, click the link below to join our newsletter, where we will give you monthly market updates and more. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and we would be super grateful for your support. In summary, let's look at sales to new listing ratio. There were improvements in all property types and overall an increase of 16%. Detached saw a 13% gain from last October. Semi-detached saw a big uptrend of 24%. Row townhomes a modest 5%, and apartments also saw a great improvement of 26%. Months of supply. Across all property types, we're sitting at about 2.23 months, and that's slightly into seller's market territory. But of course, each property type did perform quite differently. Detached, we are still very much in a seller's market at 1.55 months, and semi-detached are also selling quite well at 1.93 months. For row townhomes, we're in a balanced market at about 3.03 months. While apartments did improve, we're still slightly in a buyer's market at 4.33 months of supply. That's it for this market update. Remember, don't be shy and feel free to discuss anything with us by hitting the contact us link below or leave us a comment. I'm Jasmine Lai with LiveInnerCity Real Estate Team. Until next time, take care.